What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Wilkie, baby. You're now locked in with Do It All Entertainment, and I got a special guest with me today. We're interviewing the one and only Axe Wit The Sax.
Hey, what's going on?
You know what I'm saying? What do you go by exactly? What do the people call you?
The people call me Axe Wit The Sax. It really was a name like kind of thrust upon me. I mean, it makes sense. So like, I can't lie, I was resistant at first. I was like, yeah, that's cool, but like, I was just using my name. Like, I was just going Axe Limbert. But I mean, I had to admit that it just works, you know?
Okay, and you don't feel any type of way about it now?
No, not really.
Why'd you feel some type of way about it before?
Honestly, I can't lie. When people first started calling me, and I was like, that's mad corny. But you know, you get used to it after a while,
right.
And it doesn't really matter because I'm doing what I do no matter what.
Right.
You know, it's
and
just
you're
a
good
moniker.
at the sax, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to brag, but
okay, you know, we gotta get a shot of you giving us a performance with it. But so when did you start music? Like, how long have you been doing music?
my whole life, really, like pretty much when I was even as a kid, like I'd be in the living room, we'd be playing with Legos. My pops had on music blasting all day long.
Okay.
Always listening to some stuff. So like, and then I was like, and he was in a band. He was in a rock band before I was born.
Okay.
And then once he had kids, and my uncle had kids, because they're in a band together, they were like, you know what? We're getting old. Let's quit the rock band thing. And then like they couldn't put it down for more than a year, and then they were like, let's make a bluegrass band. So my dad went from drums to mandolin.
Okay.
And
pretty decent.
yeah, they're so they've been in a band since before I was born, and I've gone to see them and sung with him at like 3 years old on stage, and then I picked up the saxophone in 3rd grade.
Okay.
And I've been playing that ever since.
You see, they don't teach music like that no more.
Yeah.
Like, you got kids, right?
No, I don't.
No? Okay, I have a kid. I haven't heard about him having a music class where they have you on the instruments anymore.
So my ex actually, I pretty much like raised her son for 7 years. She's awesome. He's awesome. And like that's my guy. I'm still with him. I still play video games with him. I still go over there. He's my man. But I want to say 4th grade for him, they offered music in Phoenixville. He goes to Phoenixville.
Okay. Yeah, you gotta go to the good school.
Yeah, right. Which is crazy because like I grew up here. I grew up in town, and they still had a good music program.
Yeah.
So like they don't even have that anymore in elementary school. Like this is the first time hearing of it
I
from
don't
you.
know, man. Like I haven't been hearing about it. If they do, then it's like the kids have got it. You got to sign up for an orchestra or band or something like that. It's not.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about it actual still being a class.
Yeah.
It probably still is though. I don't know. I'm not a kid no more, so I don't know. But so it sounds like your dad inspired you in the music he played. Can you give me some example of anybody that you heard as a child that he played that like really got you into as far as musically as far as instruments wise?
Number one would be like the Beatles.
Okay.
Because that was like all the time we were listening to them. Plus he had them all on vinyl too.
Yeah.
So we're listening to the original LPs. And it's just so crisp, you know, like
you hear everything.
Everything. It was, and they were like, they started getting so abstract once they signed or made Apple Records. It was just like, they were the first ones to do like, it almost sounded like it was computer engineered music, but all recorded on tape. It was like mind-blowing shit back in the 60s.
Yeah, definitely. The quality was a lot different. A lot of more effort, I feel like, went more into music back then.
Oh yeah, so much.
How would you compare music back then to today? As far as the genres you grew up on.
I'd say in general, music was all around more creative back in the day compared to now.
Right.
I think we're at a weird turning point where we're either going to flip back, and I mean, you can kind of already hear it in the music today. Like everything is kind of just meshing into pop music. Even rap now is kind of poppy. Not all rap, but I'm saying like
More
if you
commercial.
look in commercial and mainstream, and I'm guilty.
Yeah.
You know, most of my stuff is poppy stuff, but
But is that a crime?
right,
You know.
right.
So, how would you describe your music then?
I like to call it hip hop.
Okay.
So like that's my genre is hip hop because like I switch in and out. Like I have my album coming out is it's like a couple straight rap songs, like 3 or 4, and then like 5 pop and hip hop songs, or 4 pop and hip hop songs and 1 straight singing.
Okay.
Which like I never just sing. Like it's
But you can sing.
yeah.
Okay. So, is there anybody out there that you would say that kind of sounds close to your music?
I'd say, I don't know, I don't want to say that, but I'd say my biggest influence would probably, on my music now, would probably be Chance the Rapper.
Oh, okay. So that kind of hip hop.
Yeah.
I got you. Where it's still hip, but it's like more fun.
Yep.
You know, like not so much as following the trend of being the tough guy.
Right.
You know?
Exactly. Yeah.
I like that. I like that. It's like being true to yourself.
Right. Yeah. I don't pretend to be something I'm not.
Right.
You know?
I like that, man. So what have you accomplished so far as far as being an artist, a hip hop artist or a hip hop artist? What have you accomplished so far? Like say when you first came into the game, when you first started doing music, you set some goals for yourself.
Yeah.
What are some of those goals that you've set and accomplished?
It's funny because, you know, you kind of go in blind depending when you start. Like I had no game plan, but as you go, you learn more. You learn more about the industry. There's stuff that I haven't achieved yet or gotten exactly how I wanted it. Like one was signed to a label.
Okay.
I've been signed to 3 labels now.
You've been signed to 3 labels?
Yeah.
Ooh.
One was a self-made, well, it wasn't even self-made, it was one my friend made that, you know Dre Carter?
Yes, I know.
So him and my boy Justin back in the day made Slow Records.
Okay.
And I was their second signed artist.
Okay.
And I was like, this is it. We made it. This is the big time.
Shouts out to Dre Carter.
Yeah, shouts out to Dre Carter. He'll tell you just like I am.
Yeah.
Nothing really
happened. We got to
happened.
interview him just to get the confirmation.
You got to.
See
Yeah.
his side on this, but yeah. So,
It was dope though. You know, it was like we did it.
What year was this, you think? If you can remember.
2011,
13?
2012.
Okay.
I think 2012.
All right.
I just got home from college and I met him working at the Movie Tavern.
What was the biggest song out at that time that you can remember? I like putting
For
stuff
me,
to dates. That's how I remember it correctly.
Well,
So like
everyone at my college was hype on Wiz Khalifa's mixtapes.
was that the Black and Yellow era? Or the
Black and Yellow
Cushion
might have
OJ.
just dropped, or
Cushion OJ era?
might have been Star Power.
Oh yeah, sorry. All right. Okay.
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay, but just so you're naming them, I got a good idea where we're at in time.
Yeah.
So.
But this what I can tell you. Finally Famous just dropped by Big Sean.
Big Sean,
his debut album.
Yeah.
And I was rocking that every day.
All right, bet. So
Big Sean actually
Around that.
inspired me before Chance with the singing his own hooks
yeah,
on his rap songs.
yeah.
And I love his style of rap.
Okay. So were you rapping like Big Sean back then?
No. I mean, I was straight rap. I was not singing.
Yeah.
I wasn't even incorporating my saxophone into my music yet.
Okay.
I was just rapping,
Yeah.
and I was ass. Ass.
You know, it takes some real artists to admit that.
100%.
'Cause
You
a lot
gotta
of
start
people
somewhere, you
think
know?
they start off the hottest thing in the world, and some people are, but a lot of people admit their growth as an artist? You know, you got to start somewhere.
Before I even did that, when I was in college, I started writing songs on guitar and just singing and because I was like, I could play saxophone, I could teach myself guitar. So I play like kind of mediocre, shitty guitar, and I would just write songs. But like, I'd say from then till now, I'm a way better singer now, but I wouldn't do that now.
Okay.
Like, it was delusions of grandeur. It's just songs no one will ever hear. They're locked up in the archives.
I hear that. So if Big Sean and, you know, artists like that inspired you back then, who inspires you now with hip hop being in such a weird state right now?
It's hard to say, because like Chance was like my latest biggest artist that I'm like obsessed with. Like he's on my gym playlist like all the time. Him, Joyner Lucas, even though stylistically nothing like him. But I love that motherfucker.
Okay.
I like Eminem coming back with his like kind of Slim Shady shit, but I think he's dead in it, you know? So, I mean, I've never been a huge M fan. Don't get me wrong, really impressive. But he's never been in my top. I think he's like, overall, I think he's a GOAT, 100%. If not the GOAT. But for me, just preferentially, it's not fun enough.
Okay.
You know, I like that. I like the fun. I like the Chance the Rappers. I like the Big Sean stuff.
Right.
Like, I
You
like the
young, wild, and free type music.
Yeah, Wiz. Oh my gosh,
like,
yeah.
We just want to party, have fun, you know, we just vibing. That's your type.
Wayne is my favorite rapper of all time.
Okay.
I grew up with Wayne when he dropped Carter 3. I mean, what, 2008, I think? It was wild.
I was in high school.
Yeah. That's all anyone listened to. Like, we'd be on, like, because I was in band, obviously. On that band bus, it was just the Carter 3. Every trip, back and forth, the whole album, front to back.
Right. Damn.
Yeah, bro.
Taking me back, man.
Right?
So, excuse me, because I used to bang a Dedication 2 by Lil Wayne a lot. Like that was it for me. Like, I like the gritty music though, the gritty street music. But it depends on what you're doing in life, you know. So,
yeah.
So, who would you want to work with as of right now? Obviously, Chance. Of course. But
I think we can make a banger.
Give me like 3 other people on who you would want to work with in the industry right now.
Wayne. I'd like to do something with Post Malone.
Post Malone, okay.
Yeah, I think that would be dope. Because he's another one. Stylistically, he could switch it up. Yeah. He's mostly a pop guy. But it's funny because I would almost call him like, some of his stuff could be like pseudo rap because of like stylistically how he delivers his words. But now he's on a country tip. And it's like, I've been hearing him lately. Excuse me. And he's been really into this like country move. I just saw him do, I don't even remember, one of his popular songs from a couple years ago. I heard him play it live in a country style. Right. And it was dope. And I'm not a country fan. I've never really been a country fan. But it's funny because like I was listening to a podcast and this guy was like, you hate country when you're young, and then as you grow older, you start to just be like, it's not bad. And then you start to like it eventually.
Yeah, you just accept it.
And I think I'm like, it's not bad.
Yeah, at that stage of life, you're like, you know, turn it up a little bit.
Yeah, if it gets to the straight boots, beer, truck, I'm out.
I mean, we're getting close. You got the beard, man. All you need is the truck and the boots.
Yeah, but if I shave it, I'm a kid again.
Oh, man. Do you think you got like a little bit of Viking in you or something?
Probably.
Probably.
I'm usually pale as hell. I'm probably kind of pale right now.
No, that's the beard. It's certain. Like my buddy over here, I'd say he got like a little Genghis Khan in him.
Oh, 100%, bro.
Yeah, you could tell because of the beard, you know. You always tell about a beard.
This might be a bullshit statistic, but I think he like his DNA is in like 80% of people alive on Earth right now.
Yeah. Could be.
Ultimate gigolo and warmonger.
So those are your big names that you would want to work with, right?
Yeah.
Who is some of your favorite artists that you have worked with already? And who would be the best person that you have worked with so far? Like
you mean most synergy? Like we work together well?
Yes.
All right, that would be Cole CP time.
Okay.
Him and I work together, so it's flawless. Like he sends me a song, sometimes I could get it done in like 2 days. But I mean, there's other people that I've worked with that it's been like that, but we just don't work together so much anymore. Like my boy Moyo.
I know Moyo.
Oh, you know Moyo?
I know Moyo, yeah.
So I'm trying to get him to start up this thing called Let's Think Later, which is like a.
I thought they already did that with Rich Flow.
Well, I don't know if it's back up yet. He hasn't talked to me yet, but I ran the Later band for that.
Okay.
So like it was me, our piano. It's been a minute. I feel horrible that I forget their names, but a piano player, drummer, and me on saxophone, and we would play kind of like late night show. Like in between each artist, we'd play just random music as they came up and went away. And then if you won that week, we would learn one of your songs so you could do a live version of it.
That's dope.
Yeah, I loved it. And then, Moyo got married and he, had a kid, and it's awesome. I'm happy for him. But then he was like, I got to get a house. We're doing this. So,
Even more.
Yeah, life happens.
Life, man, life. So
I'm just waiting for him to get this thing rolling again because I'm back in. Moyo, I'm back in.
I hear that, man.
But I'm sorry, I got so sidetracked from that. But yeah, me and Moyo, we work together very well. I'd love to get some more songs with him. We have an unreleased track from like 5 years ago that's like so dope. And it just hasn't been finished yet. But so those two for sure. And then who else? I've only recorded one song with him, but I think more are on the way. Cause it's a dope track, and it's my boy.
It's my boy. Goddamn.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's been we haven't seen each other in a little bit. Now I'm like,
Life.
I'm tripping, man. Yeah. You caught me on a bad day too.
Life.
Oh.
It's the game.
Bro, I'm 32 with a 58-year-old's mind. I swear to God.
So, back to what you said. You said CP time will send you a song, and then sometimes it'll take you about 2 days to do it, to get back to them. So, what is your creative process like on you writing music? What do you do per se?
Sometimes, like if I make it, it just depends. Like sometimes I'll be messing around. I'll make a beat. And I really got out of that because I switched programs, and I really shouldn't have but I used to make beats, and that's how I got into the creative process at first. And I'd be like, oh wow, and then whatever beat I was making, I'd figure it out on guitar, and I'd play it, and I'd just try to think of a hook. I always start with a hook, whether I make the beat or not. And I actually learned this from John Mayer, that you're wasting your time if you don't come up with something. Like if you say you go on YouTube, you find a beat, like, ooh, that's fire, but a hook doesn't come to you within a couple seconds. If you're even if it's just a melody, like a whatever, then he was like, you're wasting your time. Move on to the next thing.
Right.
Don't even do it. It's not going to be your best because you're forcing it now. And I started taking that advice, and now I'm like, it's easier to just say, okay, next. I like this beat. Maybe something will come to me at a later date, so I'll save it. But so that's really what I do. I mean, I was just on my boy Tony Harris's podcast, and I was telling him about this with my creative process. It's like I was literally in the car, I was listening to this beat, and I was just like, when I feel this grain, I'm like, oh snap, this works out.
Just like instantly.
Instantly. Yeah. And I was like, I gotta write this down now, remember the melody, and go home. Don't text while driving, kids. But I had to write it down. You gotta get it out. You gotta remember it. So, because how many times have you thought of something when you're on the move and you're like, I'll remember it later, and it's gone.
Right.
That's the worst. That's the worst thing you can do to yourself. So definitely. I always take a second to write it down or take a voice note or something.
Right.
And then same thing happened with my song "Loose" that I performed on Friday up at the theater.
Okay.
And that's that one. Is that I've been thinking about us. So that came to me immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah.
That's dope.
So it was just one of those songs like that that's just like, I knew it was going to work right from the rip. And then after the chorus is done, you just write around the chorus.
Yeah, you just write whatever pretty much.
Yeah, very, very rare that I start with a verse. I started with a verse for one time that's actually a song I considered like good.
Right. What was that?
The song Dedicated. And it's actually a diss track, and that's why, because I had some motivation behind it.
Okay.
And then that is one of the
happy go live wild and free guy diss somebody. That's funny.
I have one diss track, bro.
Yeah.
All I can say is that song came out, and that motherfucker don't rap no more.
So I got two questions based off what you said. One. You just performed last week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How was it? One.
It was good.
It was good.
I like it. I mean, in a theater that's not like a show theater, you know what I mean? It's a different vibe.
Yeah. But
I mean, after you've been on so many stages, you've been everywhere. And it really comes down to the sound. As long as the sound is good, it's probably going to be a good show.
Right. Now that leads me to my second question. What was your most favorite place performing in, or favorite show performing in?
Favorite place
and or show
that
you've done.
Let's see. I did oh my God, what's the name? I'm bad with names right now. I did this theater that it's an old school theater. Mm-hmm. It's literally one room with a 5-foot stage. We had that joint packed out. And oh my God, packed. That's who I was talking about. The other artist came to me. Loud Pack, my bad. You can hit me next time I see you, dog. So anyway, I got a show with them on the 26th, Halloween show. Bring your costumes. Okay. Sorry for the plug. But anyway.
You might as well say it now. Where's the next show that you said?
It's up at Infusion Smoke Shop in Bethlehem, I think.
Okay.
And it's no alcohol, but all their food is infused with bud and everything. So if you like to smoke and you want to dress up for Halloween, it's a costume contest. You can win some money, prizes, and the dopest artist is going to be there.
That's right.
So, let them know.
Right.
Slide out though. It's whatever date I just said, 26th.
26th October.
Yeah. October 26th, yeah.
Smoke shop in Bethlehem.
And then 25th, we're back at the theater again, up in Oaks. So that'll be a more intimate thing, but that's also a costume party thing. Anyway, sorry about the promo.
No problem. So best place that you performed at, you said was a small, old theater place, was it?
Yeah, that was just
5-foot stage.
That was earlier this year. Yeah, dude. Oh, that feeling. There's something about that just sets it apart. Cause it feels so much bigger when you're actually on a raised stage, like a real raised stage.
Yeah.
That it's just bro, I got up there and it's like the beast took over, bro.
Yeah.
I was I was watching what I was doing. It was just natural. Everything was natural. Everything was flowing. I started talking to the crowd, making jokes in between tracks. Everyone was like in it and there for the music, and that's like the best feeling you can get. When that crowd is with you, it puts your energy up over 100.
Okay. I don't want to ask, but do you think you could tell me where the worst place was that you performed at? Or the worst moment on stage?
Worst?
Either the worst place or the worst moment on stage.
That's a funny thing about like, so worst moment would be like, I couldn't even count on one hand. Like, we've all had these moments on stage where you're like, fuck, I can't believe that happened. That was the worst show of my life. And people come up to you and like, that was so dope. I fucked with it. Like, that was sick. And you're like, you didn't see what I just did? Yeah. Like, that was awful, you know? There's so many little nitpicks that you have as an artist that you're like, I can't believe this happened. Like me with saxophone too, I'm like, I hit that wrong note tonight. Like, I can't believe I fucked that up. Or like, I went to sing something that I knew I should have prepared more, and I hit a bad note. And then I'm like, oh, what'd you think of that? And they're like, what do you mean? You killed that. And it's like, it happens all the time where you think it's way worse than it actually was. So like, I don't know. Actually, hold on, I got a good one. When we were in high school, do you remember there was a talent show?
Yeah, I got expelled at the time.
I played piano at the talent show. And I sang this song, and it's just me, just the piano, and I fuck up the high note on this song, dog.
Really?
I was so embarrassed. And it was still one of those moments where everyone's like, oh, you killed it. That was so good. I was so embarrassed, bro. I didn't want anyone to see me. I left. I went home.
Straight home.
I went straight to the crib. I was so mad. I'm like so pissed off. I'm like acting like a little ass kid. I'm like,
how old were you?
I was 16.
Okay.
So like, but I mean,
that's
it
still
was
age
funny.
where you can't be embarrassed in those feelings, like self-consciously, like.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. But oh man, that was my first real embarrassment, and I was like, I'm never doing music again. Fuck this. Like, I'm done. Like, no one talked to me, and my parents, I don't even know where they were. I think they came to the show. I think they were still there. They didn't even know I left. Like and then I was like, fuck, I gotta go back to the show. It's like, how much time did I waste here, like, feeling bad for myself? So I get back to the show, I missed everybody else, and people are walking out as I'm coming back to the show.
Shit. Yeah,
it was so funny, dude.
Oh, man. So,
worst venue would probably be this place, oh my God, it's in Upper Darby.
Oh, man, you're gonna say the hood.
Oh, dude, so CP can tell you about this. I of course I can't remember the
not the Rusty Nail.
Rusty Nail. Rusty Nail.
Oh, do it.
Yo, that place, man. I've had an okay show there.
They try, and that's why I kind of will give them a shot.
They fired their sound guy the night before our show, so we go there to like plug in our laptops and stuff.
Was this through Afton?
Yep, through Afton. Were you through Afton for a while?
I did Afton back in high school.
Bro, Afton,
I learned about the Rusty Nail back then. I said, oh, hell no. This was when Reverb Nation was popular.
Oh, yeah. Pay to Play was crazy, bro.
Game.
It was the name of the game. It was like, all right, well, I know I'm going to lose money to go perform every time. So, for so long. And I can't believe Rusty Nail was on there. Because, like, every once in a while, you get good gigs. Like, you get Voltage Lounge or something in Philly.
Yeah.
And I still fuck with Voltage. Like, I haven't been there in a while, but I like Voltage. I like their setup and everything.
Yeah.
But Rusty Nail, man. You're right. They try. But firing your sound man the day before. So we get there, and we're like, what are we supposed to plug into? We can't get into your speakers.
Right.
And they're like, don't you just need a cord? We're like, no, we need the soundboard that was here. He's like, oh, well, our sound guy, we had to fire him. We're like, When?
Oh my God.
Yesterday. So he took his soundboard with him. There was nothing to plug in with. So
Oh my God.
they literally, we were like, we're not going to have a show then. Like, you've got 9 artists here,
Yeah.
a full crowd, and there's nothing going to happen. Like, we
So
can't.
you guys didn't perform?
No, they sent someone to, like, I think one of the bartenders was like, I think my uncle has a soundboard, and like went and got this, like, it was like a 2-channel.
Yeah.
So like, which was enough, thank God. No, there was like no live electric instruments. So
Right.
like,
But guys played the MP3.
God, we got by the skin of our teeth because there was like no way to.
So they paid y'all tickets, or you said it was through Afton. So Afton sells the tickets, and
No, I still lost money.
Yeah.
But somebody in there probably at least only paid $40 back. That's how that was a racket,
Afton,
bro.
Afton and so I don't even blame. Well, now I can't blame Rusty Nail for firing the sound guy.
Yeah.
Before it was definitely Afton, or maybe them both. I'm not sure, but they both get bad reviews in my book. So yeah, she's definitely right on that. I can only imagine what you went through.
Oh yeah. And they set you up on shows sometimes with people that you're like, I can't believe you're a human being.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not hating, but
I completely agree. So, what's next for you?
I'm just doing these shows.
Musically, non-musically, again, it's movies or. What's
I've been
next
in a
for you?
couple independent films. It's been a while, so I don't know how all that works to get like credits to get in like SAG or anything. I don't know if it like you have to get them in so much time or whatever. There's an expiration date. But I like acting. That's fun. I might do a voiceover in this project coming up, which that would be my first time doing voice acting. That'll be fun. And
Like cartoons, stuff, animation.
yeah, animation.
Really? That's
Yeah.
decent.
So I'm gonna try doing that, and then I think it'll be fun. You know, it's different. I like trying different shit.
Yeah.
I love doing anything entertainment.
Right.
But obviously, music is my first love, so that's what I'm always going to do, no matter what.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this, keep applying to different things. Like I just applied to South by Southwest,
Okay, that's good.
and I'll find out in December if I get it or
So you
not.
get chose to go down there or something?
Yeah.
Is that how it works? Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I just figured it out myself.
Yeah.
You know, there's no handbook on this shit. You know, so.
You know. Speaking of that, before we get out of here, what advice, because you've been in the game for a while, you said,
Yeah.
what advice would you have or give to young and upcoming hip hop artists out there that are trying to come up in the game? And what advice could you give them to help weed through the nooks and crannies of this industry?
I'll tell you what, YouTube you can learn almost anything on YouTube. Learn about music.
Meaning,
Anything
you
from-
don't really need to pay for school.
I mean, but anyway, that's another podcast.
Yeah, right.
But
YouTube.
you can learn engineering, mixing, what to sign with, like distribution. I mean, how long were you doing music before you even knew about distribution? You know,
Right.
for me, it was years before I knew. I was like, oh, this is how you actually put it out. You know,
Yeah.
not just on SoundCloud. Like if you're a SoundCloud rapper, there's a reason they call you that.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying your music's bad, but it's more of like it's not even a diss at like, oh, your music sucks anymore. It's more of like you've done no research on your own. And people aren't just there telling you, oh, have you done this yet? Like there's nobody giving you a checklist of the shit you should do. So research what you know, ask around, book as many shows as you can, befriend artists. Nobody's got time for beef. If you got beef, you don't get shows. If you don't get shows, no one's ever going to hear you. You're not going to get anything. You know, you'll be literally a SoundCloud rapper. You'll just be at home and you'll just put music out online. And good luck. It better be the best shit in the world to get anywhere with that.
Yeah.
You got to be out there. You got to be on social media. Like, and I struggle with that, with the social media part. I mean, keep it up with it. It's easier for me, in my mind, to book, like, I do the Platinum Series hip hop festivals. And they are specifically for unsigned artists or underground artists that even like the people we work with haven't heard of yet. So like I try to at least get 2 or 3 new artists to each of those shows. It's like 7 artists deep, 3 of them are brand new, no one's heard of them, just to give them, you know, maybe a fan base, you know? So, well, I've been doing that for like 5 years now, and it's a big hit, you know, it always works out. But I would say, but the key thing there is networking. Like, you gotta network, you gotta, my big advice is you got a new song coming out or anything, make a full video of the song or get a full video of your performance at a show, clip it up, put it on TikTok or what the hell is it called? Instagram Reels or Facebook Reels, whatever, clip it up, put it out 2 days apart or put 2 clips out a day.
Yeah.
If you got a 3-minute video, you could clip that up into like 15 clips or something like that, you know? So just, you know, be mindful of your online presence. If you want fans, you got to be there.
Yeah.
If you're not there, you're not going to get fans. You know, you get in-person fans, but it's easier and it builds faster online than it does in person. So that's my advice.
My man. Tell the people where they can find you at, man.
You can find me on all my socials at Axe Limbert or Axe Wit The Sax, both of them. And then on my website, axelimbertmusic.com. I'm going home to update all my shows because I've been slacking. But you can go in there to find out where I'm going to be from now till January.
Nice.
So
yeah, that's dope. See, artists, you gotta be working hard like that. How you rest of your months lined up, man. That's dope, man. Listen, Axe, thank you, man, for all your hard work, all your efforts, and coming in and sharing your experiences with us, man. Y'all been locked in with Do It All Entertainment. We look forward to seeing you next interview, man.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, I'll be back for sure, dude. This is dope. I love it.
Thank you, dude.
I gotta catch a flight.
Until next time, y'all. Peace.